Well, hello, and welcome in. Thank you so much for that brilliant explainer there, Crudy. I'm your host, Gunther, for this match of Hitman Bingo between MrMike and k-kaneta, but I am not alone. I have my good friend here, GKPunk. GKPunk, how you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. The return of the GGs.
Yeah, GG, the best casting crew you ever done did see. We have our timer counting down now, so I will reveal the card. So you should be able to see that now. Viewers on your screen, let us know how we're looking, how we're sounding. Just in case you can't hear Punky, you should be able to. Do let me know. And MrMike is loading right into the level. So lots and lots of stuff here, especially going on Paris. Any particular tiles jump out at you as easy to do, Punky?
Uh, Let me to look through the become a tech crew would probably be easy. Become security. Trigger the fireworks. It's kind of next
Yeah.
to the tech crew. So both of them starting in the garden. That kind of seems like it's the go-to spots. Obviously, the starting locations is a less something you don't think about as much in this game mode, and it's restricted because of the suit starts only.
Right. And Paris is one of those maps that does have multiple viable suit starts. That's something that I think Bingo has really kind of shed a light on because you obviously have the. Are you able to start in the Iago auction, actually? Because that is a
You should be able to.
suit.
It counts as a suit start
Yeah.
for pretty much every type of game mode,
But yeah,
so I would imagine so.
you have that, and you have the. Oh, there's the tech crew disguise grabbed by MrMike. But yeah, you have that. You have the attic start. You have the Palace Garden start, obviously, also very central to the map. And even the event start location is fine for a suit start here on Paris. So definitely lots of viable options. k-kaneta showing
Yeah,
that Iago invitation to a bodyguard multiple times, making his
yeah.
way up
Mr.
here.
Mr. Mike has done that too, and that's another thing too. The starting at the garden, there is a free invitation if you just go past um, Liza Mackenzie, I think her name is, one of the spies.
Oh, yes, outside the bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, so you can just show that to the, and then you can also go up a couple of floors and get frisked too.
We see k-kaneta with an auction staff disguise right here. Looks like he's going for the fireworks remote here. As well, the fireworks remote is probably a good way to get the targets moving. Obviously, there's no restrictions on how these players can go about these kills. That's
Yeah,
going to be
Mr.
the
Mike doing a old school thing. It's interacting with Sebastian Sato's class, which is like, I think first week of Paris you did it, and then you just probably never bothered with it. Kaneda drops a chandelier.
yeah. I'm
Mr.
really
Mike, Mr. Mike blending in as
blending
the
in,
auction staff.
doing a quick little mop there.
That's, I don't think anybody has ever blended in there. There's no enforcers in that room.
There's a this is making history, folks. All right, the two
Oh,
winches. Oh,
Kaneda almost got
oh,
spotted. The
yeah.
investigation area.
That's a very good job to get out of that. I'm surprised that the investigation area doesn't extend that far, actually. So good on him to move quick enough out of the way. And
Looks like he's going for a piano knockout.
yeah, I think you are right. MrMike is he's claiming multiple tiles, so he doesn't have two clear rows yet. Looks like he's going for the first column and a diagonal, but he obviously has the show Iago invitation tile also checked. And then we have k-kaneta. Looks like he's going for the fourth row, and he only has the middle tile selected, so he could be going for that third column or third row.
Yeah, Mr. Mike heading to the Sheik's room now. I thought he was gonna go for the police baton. Kaneda is next to it. He picks it up as well.
There's a little bit of a risky knockout there, as the Sheik did hear the actual pistol shot being taken by 47, but he's not going to get spotted there, and he's going to be able to get both of those individuals down. And there's the Bartoli pistol collection from the Sheep's room. That's a manual winch released. Well, this one, if he releases this other one, is it going to alert that guard outside to come in? No, I think he's good. I think that was soundproof. All right, so that's two winches manually. So both players now have that middle tile.
Yep, Mr. Mike probably will be looking for the trigger and the police baton. He's going for the police baton now. And the guy's right there, too, for knocking him out
perfect.
if you want to. There he goes.
Yeah, this is a very free tile in this room. Well done. And that is a diagonal, completely done. Mr. Mike also being very cautious of cameras, taking out a lot of cameras, as you cannot claim tiles while yellow guns, and the camera box being in the basement does make that a little bit more of a challenge. But I mean, very handily taking care of this. None of the targets have been killed yet, but k-kaneta, I believe, just got the double kill on Dahlia and Victor.
Yeah. Throwback to week 1 of Paris once again, terminal velocity, and that's very, very effective in Paris because you get 2 kills at once.
Exactly. And I mean, especially with the tile of triggering the fireworks.
Maybe Colorado will see like a duo or even a quad kill with the Ram.
It'd be amazing.
If it's Agent 420 playing, he'll definitely do it.
Yeah, Mr. Mike only has to become the Vampire Magician, and that also looks like what k-kaneta is working on to finish up that 4th row there. I'm guessing we'll see the terminal velocity kill for Mr. Mike as well. He's in a very commanding position, but k-kaneta's not out. He still has he only has 3 tiles left.
Dahlia's gonna wait. Yeah, Dahlia is waiting for Victor, which is the timing of the fireworks obviously matters because however far Victor is, he has to walk for that long.
This should be a done double kill right here.
Oh, Mr. Mike. Trying to get this guy so he can go into the attic. It dodges the enforcer.
That is such a risky dodge as well. Like, good job on him, but man, there are just angles that man's head turns. Mr. Mike only has to go and change into the disguise. He can change right back out of it. With this bodyguard disguise, he can get himself down a helicopter. I mean, the world is his oyster as far as exits are concerned. Kaneta needs to blend in as a palace staff and turn on the diorama. Looks like that's what he's heading for right now. So that'll be one more tile. But to get the disguise and then find a place to blend in before Mr. Mike gets to the exit is looking pretty slim. He's going to have to be quick.
Yeah, he has... It's a bit too many tiles to claim at this point.
Yeah, you never want to be in a position where you are basically just hoping for an opponent rip. I mean, in-game times, I think k-kaneta's right on it, but Mr. Mike just getting into the level a bit quicker, getting that route figured out a bit faster.
Oh, Mr. Mike pressed the wrong button there, but it shouldn't matter. He's body shot at the guard in front of the helicopter.
I did forget about this blend as palace staff. We may find like a very, very close finish here. k-kaneta is also right by the basement exit here.
Oh, this has to be a photo finish.
This has to be a photo finish.
On my screen, that was like a 1 second.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
And
Sorry, Chris. I mean, I feel like k-kaneta had... I don't know who had the longer loading time. I know that Mr. Mike got into the level earlier. In-game times, obviously, k-kaneta wins by about 1:27, but yeah, almost virtually identical exits there. And now we're going to have to wait on Chris to do some math. Sorry, Chris. Chris is our admin tonight. Thank you so much, Chris, for doing that. But we will see. I mean, very, very fast Paris. I don't Did we see a restart from either player? I think we might have seen a really early restart from k-kaneta, but I may be misremembering. I think that was clean all the way through for both players.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was reading the photo finish rules. I don't see a window for tie.
Do we not have?
If the oh no, there is. If the final difference is no more than the total margin of error, it ties, and the margin of error is 0.5 seconds per load. So depending on how many loads, we can see 2 seconds or 4 seconds of margin of error. Then it would be a tie because they have the equal number of tiles. It's another tiebreaker if a map isn't finished. Whoever has the most amount of tiles claimed when the timer runs out is the winner. It's I think it's a really cool feature. You can kind of decide that somebody is a winner. It has to be an actual tie for it to be a tie.
Yeah, for sure. Chris did pop in the chat and he's let us know that MrMike currently leads by 23 seconds. So that is going to be quite the deficit for k-kaneta.
Oh, it didn't look like 23 seconds.
It did not look like 23 seconds, but
it looked like 2 seconds for k-kaneta.
I trust admin here over our streams. I am going to give both the players a little bit of a refresh. Sweet, no ads. Yep. That's always wonderful. And hopefully we are back.
Yeah, both players are not affiliates, so.
Yeah. So. Oh, I see. Chris is mentioning k-kaneta did not post done, so he has to go by that timing because that timing is factored in, and it's not on exit. That is, dang. I feel like it would be way closer if k-kaneta would have been able to post done a little bit faster.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, it's kind of on you. It's understandable. Like, you come from the done buttons, and then again, I'm gonna go back to the whole week 1 thing. Writing done in Discord chat is a very it's a very old thing.
Yeah, it's probably a bit more stressful for the players, especially depending on the amount of screens that you have.
It's pressing the done itself is stressful.
Oh man, I feel like the shakes.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about my experience as a player for a specific strategy, but as a player, when you press the done button, it's like super hectic, and it's just a click. So yeah, Bingo Sync gives you good timestamps, so that should be good.
Right? Yeah, I saw Chris
which is
mentioned.
I guess we don't have access to that, but
no, but we have the next best thing, Chris, who does have access to that. So I trust him. It does look like the point has been awarded to MrMike. So we'll be going on to Berlin.
Okay. MrMike wins via the delay in writing chat, possibly.
Yeah, I think that is 100% the case. So don't you worry. I'm getting the new predictions in chat. And once we get our new card and stuff like that, we will go on from there.
This is k-kaneta's pick. He's very good in Berlin when he was playing roulette. So
yeah, I mean Berlin is one that you have to be really good at Berlin, but also you just have to have insane map knowledge of Berlin for bingo specifically. So I feel like this is going to be one that really tests players just because it is so much more involved. than a
Berlin
smaller map
has
like
like those
Paris.
corners, yeah, that you never go to.
Right, exactly. And Bingo might force you there, or you might need to complete a line, and one of the tiles is just way more complex than everything else. So, all right, we'll be going at 19 past the hour.
So I have a few more minutes.
But very clean Paris. I mean, it's disappointing that k-kaneta wasn't able to get that done in the chat, because I think that we're looking at a much closer result there, especially with how closely they had hit the exit button. It was just so very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, I don't know how much of a stream delay it was, but it looked like Kaneda had about a 1 or 2 second earlier exit.
Right, and I was slightly behind you, and same thing. Like it was within a breath for sure. And I mean, obviously, you lose the map. You lose it when it's close. You lose it because you don't put done in the chat. But you still got to feel pretty good that on your opponent's map pick, you made it that close. You forced a finish that needed to be scrutinized by seconds, literally seconds. And his in-game time was fantastic and flawless. I've heard a lot of chat so far about how since everybody can see the bingo card and what their opponent is claiming, it's kind of two ways. One, it puts more stress on the player who's claiming less tiles, but two, as the player who is ahead, you can also kind of change how you're doing your approach in real time. If you see that your opponent has just reset all of their tiles, you now know, hey, instead of trying to do this quick, I'm going to do this safe because I have that extra time. And it's really made for some interesting plays here.
Yeah, definitely. It's if you can avoid restarts and cut down the time, which is another thing for Berlin. It's with the whole suit start thing. It has 3 suit starts, but 2 of them are. One of them is most definitely something you don't use at all. It's the
Right.
bus stop, and radio. You would argue for more loadout slots, but this game mode is about collecting and
Right.
doing actions, so you don't need loadout slots, and it's default loadout. So might as well just start the
Start at the rave
closest.
on. Yeah.
And it's also the best for one of the worst items to grab, which is the old axe. So you can get that in 30 seconds if you start Rave on.
Exactly. And completely uncontested too. So we'll have our new bingo card here shortly. As soon as that timer goes down, we will reveal the card to the chat. And yeah, so MrMike just needs to either draw on this or win, and he takes the map. If k-kaneta is able to take this map cleanly, no draws, then we'll be going on to our next map, which I believe is Mendoza. Let me double check that real quick, because as I said
That's
it out loud, yes, it is Mendoza. Trust your instincts, me.
Mendoza, another season 3 map.
Yeah.
Might favor Kaneda, but again, Mr. Mike is Mr. Hit Maps, so
Yeah, I mean, I
I
feel
don't
like
know
if
if the
anybody,
maps is running off of his head. The server could be installed in his head, so he
yeah, that's
knows
where
all the
he
stuff.
plugs it in. All right, our timer has started counting down, so we are revealing the card. It is on your screens now as we see the players read through the card themselves, decide what it is that they're going to do. I see 3 disguises down that middle column: DJ, Biker, and Club Crew. Obviously, 2 crowbars and both hammers as well. So the middle column, totally viable in this. But I also trust the players to know what exactly they're going to do. And k-kaneta is right into it right away. I mean, that is kind of one of the benefits to playing on bingo is since you do have suit starts, you don't really have to focus so much on planning. You more just have to focus on the routing. So you can be loading into the map and know where it is that you want to go right off the bat.
Yeah, if some of the tiles, the rows or columns or the diagonal, if they jump out to you, you can start right away. And I mean, Mr. Mike had a slightly delayed start. Maybe he was looking for a specific thing to start on. Because obviously you do need a direction after starting.
Yeah, definitely. You want to get into it right away. You don't want to be lingering around. MrMike and k-kaneta both going for very similar starts here, but MrMike with a different approach. He's keeping his club, his Ravon suit. k-kaneta already with 2 kills down.
Grabbing crowbars,
He's
got
got
two
his
of them
first
now.
tile.
Also 2 kills. There will be third.
Mm-hmm.
Green, Davenport, and there goes Thames after a few amazing shots with the accuracy of Hitman 3 pistols.
Firing air, baby. All about that firing air. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the players' approaches here. They're not so much going for tiles yet. They are going for kills. They want to get this out of the way so that they can just focus on completing the tiles. You know, then it's pretty simple to do something like this type of run. So definitely on board for it so far.
MrMike,
Ooh,
MLG
nice.
Pro, like said, running shot on banner. He's got 3 kills as well.
Yep. k-kaneta about to get his 4th, and he has become the biker, so that is another tile that he will most likely claim here.
Fire Tremaine's pistol. His is sniper.
Yeah, so that's 2 more tiles for him. We could be seeing a 4th row middle column here from k-kaneta. With only 1 more kill left. He's definitely got himself a commanding lead right now.
Yeah, MrMike has decided to go all the way to the bottom now. Looks like he's gonna become a DJ. Yeah, this map having 5 targets, you obviously want to get rid of as many as possible. And
There's
you'll
the
likely
DJ.
see the same ones multiple times too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see what kill k-kaneta's going for here. He's just grabbed a key, motorcycle key. There it is.
MrMike didn't lure the biker far enough. He's probably looking at become Rolf Hirschmiller. Open the garage door, is that a thing?
Open the biker garage door manually. Yep.
Yeah, there it goes for k-kaneta.
Yeah, so
Guess every time he pauses, you realize he does a
he's doing a
tile claim.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got multiple tiles that don't necessarily fit with the rows that he's going for.
Took the biker. He didn't go for Rolf. I guess that's the diagonal or the bottom.
Right.
So he's not going for any of those.
k-kaneta breaking
Obviously,
the board
3
behind the
rat
rat toilet.
poisoned is just not fun.
Now, and there's the biker garage door manually for MrMike as well. k-kaneta does have a wrench, if I do recall, so he just needs to grab 1 more. Might be going for Swan for this final kill. Depends on where he's going with this. There's the bartender disguise grab. Is that one of the tiles? Oh, yeah, it is. I see it over
There's
on
one on
the
the side.
2nd row, 5th column. This is getting closer. MrMike with only 4 more tiles to claim. k-kaneta with 3. Still
So
with only
MrMike
1
turns
wrench.
on the faucet for roads. Oh, but he's not here though. You probably don't want him going for that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have. It looks like he doesn't have the power on just yet, which is beneficial. There's the power turned on. That should electrify that puddle.
Kaneta now climbing down the pipe to Rolf's office.
MrMike is going for the bell ring as well. Lots of action over here on the garage side of things.
Yeah, there goes Rhodes for him. That setup kill.
Yeah, very, very nice. Rolf has just been knocked out by k-kaneta. It's actually cleared out this whole room quite nicely. And now both players at 4 out of 5 targets killed. Are we? Is that a thing where you kind of want to wait for your 5th target until
Well,
like you're
the
closer to
agents
exit?
start leaving, so I imagine that's the reason they don't want to do it.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not 100% sure if like items that are carried by them are required like there as tiles. That would obviously be not possible if they left the map.
Right. Well, k-kaneta has his two lines completed. Now he just has one more target that he has to take out.
Yeah, takes out Montgomery with his kitchen knife.
Oh, and expertly timed as well. Montgomery doesn't even notice his follower being knocked out.
Yeah, that's a standard Montgomery timing. So k-kaneta again, it's showing that not only just the map positioning, but the internal NPC map timings.
Very
So MrMike
clean.
is getting lured by the dealer.
Yeah, looks like he was going for a dealer to complete that diagonal, but it's just going to be... That is just such a long tile to complete.
Yeah, unless you go for the seeker or the if you go to the cabinet and get the sedative poison. But MrMike was close, only one tile off
Yeah, incredibly close.
with a slightly delayed start, so that was pretty good already. But should be even now.
Yeah. I
In
mean, well done
Mendoza,
by
it's an
k-kaneta.
interesting map for bingo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, it's one of the... Obviously, it's one of the quicker roulette maps. It's one of the quicker maps in the trilogy. But it's all going to depend on the lines that we see pop up, because same thing as Berlin. That Berlin kept the players in mostly the garage area of the map, but it could have sent them sprawling every which way to complete their tiles. I think that Mendoza has very much the same possibility.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely does. It was like in the Berlin one, I had a few stuff that would probably be insta avoid, like poisonous mushroom or rat poisons and stuff like that. Unless you really, really won't have to.
And I am getting another prediction set in the chat. Feel free to bet them G monies. Who's going to take it? Because the third map is not timed, so we are going to go. We're just going to go
This
straight
should
into
time upwards.
Right, it'll count upwards, but we won't have the players won't have to finish it in a certain amount of time, I should say. So we're gonna go until somebody wins or somebody forfeits. All right.
This is probably another one of those Berlin suit situation where you always be starting Shrine.
Shrine is.
This
I
is
mean,
the waiter version of the suit from Mendoza.
it is. It very much is. MrMike currently sitting with a crowbar in his inventory. He will have to change that. 2A fiber wire before we get going. And we are starting at 32 past the hour. So another couple more minutes before our card goes live.
MrMike switches to the fiber wire. Kaneta is gonna be preloading in as he did with the other map.
Yeah, we've seen him preload in every single one of them so far, and even like get some of the run going. I mean, his Berlin preload was basically verbatim when he started his Berlin when the run actually started. So I like that. I think it's good to get yourself used to the routing just before you get into it. And we do have our card now, so we will reveal that as soon as our timer goes, which is the indication that the players can start going.
Yep, 1 more minute left.
Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Ignore that. What are you expecting us to see here, Punk? Anything, any particularly challenging tiles that you think will give these players pause? They'll absolutely avoid it.
Maybe like collecting the grapevines or something. I don't know. It's not challenging, but it's
But
kind
it's
of
out of the way,
time
yeah.
consuming.
Yeah. I think anything in the vineyard we're gonna see avoided.
Yeah.
Takes you away from the
So
targets. It's not feasible to get down there and back up in a timely manner. We do have our timer going, so I'll reveal the card for real this time. Okay, what do we see here? Collect the icicle. That's always a good one, but obviously down in the winery area. Another fire the sniper tile, which we just saw in Berlin. k-kaneta loading right into it.
yeah, another rat poisons one too.
Well, that's a rat poison.
Serve someone poisoned wine. Now that's something I was watching was this is very favorite kill method for tomorrow was a poisoned wine, the Pinot Noir. Now that's a free tile if the players decide to actually use it. You just kind of set it and forget it. Obviously for this though, you can get kills in yellow guns, but as that's a tile if you want to claim it, you have to keep green guns while doing it. Or does that matter? Like as long as you served while they're green, I think that's probably good enough.
I believe so, yes, but it's
Because it's not like kill somebody with, or if I don't know, intoxicate somebody with poison. So when they do become poison, you have to have green. That's not the case.
You see both players, same approach here, looking to get Yates down early. Yates's car key is the first tile selected by Kaneta. Kaneta is taking some time looking over the bingo board now, I'm guessing, to figure out where to go next. And MrMike is using this time to catch up. It looks like he should be able to grab this car key as well. And the players are virtually in sync. In-game timers are only a couple seconds off at this point.
Yeah, lots of villa stuff like the middle column. Shears, Yates's key, Woodsman sniper.
Yeah, Fanium in the chat has pointed out that column 3 should be free, basically. Column 3 and row 2.
Yeah. Yeah, the faucets, the shears, all those things are like in and around the villa.
It's a good thing these two players are wearing different suits, or I would never be able to tell who's who at this point.
Yeah, I thought I had the same link for both of my screens
It
there.
is so very similar how they're going about it.
So MrMike snaps the neck of Don Yates He is down for the count. So does Kaneta. Both players have to kill.
Yeah, both players heading downstairs.
Only one green on the board so far.
Right, but we did see Mr. Mike collect the car key. He might just not have taken the time to mark it just yet.
There's a fire poker, another thing in the villa.
Both
So
players.
you said garage action for Berlin. This is just different map, same image.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the villa action. And there's collect the drying pan.
Yep, both players with that. And overachieving by Mr. Mike as he pacifies two someones with a frying pan.
Yeah, both players get that now.
k-kaneta firing the woodsman sniper. Yep, there's a fire poker pacification. Interesting how they've split. So one went to the sniper, one went to the fire poker.
You mentioned Mr. Mike picked up the keys, but he hasn't marked that off.
He hasn't marked it yet.
Does he not think he picked it?
I don't know.
That's something he does have, no?
I'm almost positive
if he does think that he hasn't picked it up and he just tries to go for a different row or tile or row or column altogether, that would be bad in terms of just wasted effort.
Put him on the back foot. Yeah, as it stands, players are tied right now. They each should have the same amount of tiles.
Mr. Mike collecting the fish by the boat. Is it boathouse, boat shed, something like that?
k-kaneta looks like he's going to be grabbing this waiter disguise. Now he can take care of a couple of tiles this way. It's not going to depend on where he goes.
He can go for the poison.
And I do see some bottles of wine in his inventory. Might be going for collecting 5 bottles of wine as well.
Like he's going for a key card. This guy does have it.
Oh no, he's holding the wine bottle as if he's going to use this to. Oh, but that's right. I forgot if you use it as a manual melee, it won't break.
It's one of those things. It's like a banana.
Yeah.
Kind of, except the banana doesn't really KO.
Yeah, more just inconveniences. All right, but Mr. Mike looks like he's also going for the waiter disguise here. He won't hide the body. He'll just kind of tuck it in back here. He should be fine.
Yeah, that should be safe. You really just do that to hide it from Diana's guard?
Yeah. He does, Mr. Mike also does grab
he's going to scan a QR code.
Is that one of them? Oh, man. It is. Scan 2 QR codes. Okay, so he's got one down, one left. There's one right here if he chooses to scan that.
There's blending in as well. There's a Pinot Noir setup.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting animation. I don't think I've seen that before.
I mean, that's just 47 flair bartending, which is impressive.
Mike's gonna empty the stock.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
These are free, right? Says 47.
Yeah, looks like Kaneta's trying to collect some shares by the vineyard.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier. Like, we didn't expect to see the players go to the vineyard if they could avoid it, but I
know there's shares by the villa, outside the villa.
Yeah, I mean, that's where these players started. Didn't grab them, though. k-kaneta didn't, so gonna have to grab another pair of shears elsewhere.
Now, Mr. Mike didn't really mark off blending in as a waiter. I suppose it counts when you blend in to poison somebody.
Yeah. k-kaneta with the first line, as he just collected his second shear. Now we have 5 bottles of wine and serve someone poisoned wine. We do know that he has a lethal poison from the villa, so we might be seeing that Tamara kill and the quick grab, the quick 5 grab there. Grabbing 5 of the same type of wine as well, just to make sure that that tile gets checked.
Yeah.
And this timing is, I think, did Tamara just leave? Oh, I think so. I don't think Tamara's coming back for a while, so interesting there. MrMike definitely got ahead of the Tamara timing. Haven't seen her go down yet, but there's a kitchen knife grab by MrMike. He's steadily working on that top row. And I think k-kaneta is just forgoing the poison wine. So I've seen chatter about this. If players go down to the vineyard, they can basically make Tamara move down there. Yeah, Chris just mentioned in chat, tour likely triggered by k-kaneta because he was in the vineyard. So that's really going to put him on the back foot here. He does have the icicle. I completely missed him grabbing that, but that makes sense to grab while you were down there. MrMike is racing back to where Tamara is.
Yeah, he's gonna go serve Tamara. There's the already poisoned wine. Ned has to figure out a kill for Tamara now that she's kind of hooked onto the tour here.
Yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he's got the kill.
That was some weird.
The 2 little
the little blips. Yeah,
like when he threw it and then when he dumped the body.
Oh my gosh, I can't. That's too stressful. But k-kaneta is, I mean, the triggering the tour might have just put him in a really bad position because now that line, that row, he's going to need to poison that wine with a medic poison and serve it to somebody else if he wants to go for that, or he's got to go for a different line entirely.
He could try to blend in somewhere else too. It's but emetic poison should work. There should be
at least one person who he can serve. And there should be an emetic poison in this closet, if I recall. Or maybe not.
Mike looking to blow up a heater? Is that what it's called here? I just saw it. Yeah, blow up a gas heater lamp. So there's that tile.
Yeah, k-kaneta went into that closet, probably had the same thought that I did. There's a bottle of wine in there that I think is the wine that Tamara drinks. There's a second QR code for MrMike, but he was looking for emetic poison, so he's going to have to go find some. There is some right inside of the area where he KO'd the waiter, just like in that shortcut room. I think that's where he's heading now.
There's one as soon as there he goes. As soon as you go in, you just turn left. There's a.
Oh yeah, perfect. And you should be able to serve somebody here. But he's gonna go back down to this downstairs bar. MrMike very close. He can either collect a security key card, collect the icicle, conceal an item in the toolbox, or knock someone down with an apple.
He's by the toolbox. He's got the apple too. Imagine those are the things he's gonna try to do. Toolbox is to his right. I think he realized. Yep, there it is.
Yep. And k-kaneta is serving the emetic.
He can knock this guy down too. Yeah, sorry. He does. So that's the poison someone with a wine, or served someone with a poison wine.
No, the underhanded apple toss. Oh no. I'm not gonna be able to knock him down with that.
Oh man. That's a classic Hitman moment.
That's rough. Thankfully, there's
Thankfully,
another
he's
apple
able to
here.
get another one.
It's not a unique item. That
That's
would
it
be
closer this
devastating.
time.
But yeah, k-kaneta is on his way.
This is both
These
players
guys gotta
running
stop playing so
to the
close,
exit.
man.
Oh, Kanata gets stuck on the thing, but I imagine he'll
He should be
right down
out.
this time.
And
He is ahead, just like he was in Paris.
yeah, if he gets done in the chat quick enough. Still don't see it
Yeah.
yet. All right, both of them are typing as we speak.
That was that was pretty clean. No restarts really. MrMike just about a minute longer in game time wise.
Both players apologizing to the other for messy runs. I mean, I think these guys are a bit hard on themselves. I think that was clean Mendoza. So again, like no restarts, no rips from these players on the map. k-kaneta with an in-game time of about a minute faster than MrMike, which is also what we've kind of seen throughout, even on Paris. But yeah, just still very, very close finishes.
Yeah, all three maps incredibly close. I think between the three maps, Kaneta has Mike by one tile.
Yeah. And this Mendoza was a photo finish. Currently, Chris says that Kaneta leads by 6 seconds. So the load times would have to be 6 seconds in favor of MrMike. Well, more than that, because that would force a draw. In which case, would we see another map, Punky? Because obviously, like it's not going to be a respin here and move on to the next map. But like, would we have a fourth map in the event of a draw here?
So I'm reading the scoring section, trying to find an answer for, and it says map 3, if needed, is the decider. So,
Okay. All right.
maybe a respin on this map then.
Maybe, or maybe a whole new
There, like,
RNG map.
only
It's
thing
gotta
that's
be a
spun
respin.
during scheduling is the third map.
Yeah, we'll find out here
It
soon.
says no time limit decider at a score of 2.5 to 2.5. No, that's not gonna happen.
No.
I mean, technically, this one didn't have a timer, which we just have that to see how long it lasted.
Right. I mean, as far as bingo matches go, this one is the closest that I've seen by far.
like I was mentioning earlier, between these two guys, Kaneta has Mike by one tile.
A single tile. That's insane. We have Chris typing right now. So hopefully we'll get a result here soon.
Oh,
he stopped typing.
Let's do a commentary over Chris's Discord actions.
Yeah, I hope he's
play
not listening.
Play, word by word, keystroke by keystroke.
We'll keep you, the viewers, appraised. That's just the type of commentators that we are. Very, very, very commentatey.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing another run of it.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
or any map between these two players. I mean, it's been so close. Even that Berlin was close. Like it was still more in favor of Kaneta, but they were both on it. I mean, just the fact that we've seen 3 maps and no restarts from either player is just insane. I will say the previous photo finish, Kaneta did have. Let's see here. It's just been posted. MrMike had a loading time of 10 seconds. k-kaneta a total loading time of 14 seconds. So, k-kaneta won Mendoza by 10 seconds. 10 seconds was the difference.
Now, that's the time probably it took for him to go grab that second apple.
Oh,
He
definitely.
actually, yeah,
That
Chris
missed
mentioned it
lock
in chat
on,
that he
100%.
lost the match to Lock On, and that's exactly what happened. He
That
just lost the
is,
match to the game. Um, yeah, it's
and you
Hitman
hate to
was
see it.
supporting Kaneda today.
You hate to
uh,
see it, but like that's. I get it. Mr. Mike was just in a hurry trying to get that toss real quick so that he could get out of there. Didn't want to get seen doing the toss or anything, and just moved a little bit too quick. And the toss went limp, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Let's take a look at our bracket, Punky, and see what we got going on. So this was a round 2 match, but specifically, I think this was both players' first match, um,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. And I need to give this a little refresh. I don't know if it's been updated yet on tournament or not. Doesn't look like it, but k-kaneta is going to be moving on to round 3, where he will face Currymaker, who won very handily their match against Maddie Spice earlier in the tournament. So that should be a really good one. As well, I'm putting some links in the chat if y'all want to see the results, players, who's remaining, tournament for yourself, all that stuff. Go to those links. And you can see it. Try bingo for yourself, all that. Let's take a look at the upcoming matches as well, because I think we've got some. Yeah, so Mr. Mike and k-kaneta has already concluded, but we also have Yanini and some random person, Speedster and Joker J, Rocky and Red Fox, and Fanium and Pajero coming up as well. If you go to the bingo results link that is posted in the chat, you can see these listed in your time zone as well, so that you know when to tune in. But yeah, that was a blast, and oh my goodness, bingo is so much fun, but also so very harrowing. Excellent job by Chris handling 2 photo finishes with such grace today, because that had to have been rough. Let's see who we can go and raid. Do we have anybody
yeah. I
live
was
in the
looking at the
list?
adminning. Sorry about the Hitman Bingo. It's yeah, props to all the admins so far. It's
Yeah, for
well done.
sure.
I feel like that's like way harder than actually playing the game.
We are going to give Blunts and Beats a raid. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching this. I want to thank Chris for adminning. Obviously, all of our amazing crew who work on the art assets for this, Punky included, for the amazing Hitman Bingo promo art. And Punky, thanks so much for joining me for this.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chris just updated tournament. So thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Go say hi to Blunts and Beats. That's all from us, and we'll see you in the next one.